Hey, it's Simon Breaksby here, and I hope you're doing incredibly well. In today's training, I want to share a little bit about the Precision Canvas, a really practical tool to get really sharp about the strategic directions and areas of improvement that you're pursuing. So in my world, I'm really interested in new ways of working for school improvement. Sustainable school improvement is some of the most important work to do on the planet, and yet so often we get hamstrung by templates and processes that really reduce the quality of our thinking and feel like compliance documents. In my work, what I'm trying to do mostly is help school leaders and their teams, think through how they can build their skills in three key areas. In their strategy, what I call clear thinking, how to figure things out and get clear. How to build momentum in implementation through responsive action and actually make things happen. And then how to evaluate, how to engage in lean monitoring that can help you check how things are going and develop fresh insights about the next steps forward. So today, I want to just give you one tool that sits within the Clear Thinking suite. And it's a really practical tool, particularly if at the moment you've been thinking a little bit about where you want to go as a team, where do you want to go as an organization, and you've been thinking a little bit about those strategic directions, priority areas, what are the big things we want to go after. Now, in my experience, when we're thinking about these big ideas, we often tend towards picking up big, compelling concepts. Compelling concepts like differentiation, quality collaboration, evidence-based practices, the use of data, formative assessment and feedback, student agency and voice, student well-being and belonging, positive behavior for learning. You get where I'm going here. All these terms are used with a high degree of frequency. Growth mindset, collective efficacy, quality teamwork. All right, I'll settle down. These terms are compelling. And there's no wonder, therefore, that we often find ourselves putting them into our plans and talking about them regularly as the key things we're working on. The problem is, whilst these terms are compelling, you can get a whole range of actual different definitions going on in people's minds about what it really means, and even more so, what it's going to look like in practice. What do the people actually have to do in their practices or behavior to make progress in this area? And that's where the Precision Canvas comes in. The Precision Canvas allows you to take a compelling concept and try to move across three levels. I call these the 100,000 foot level, the 10,000 foot level, and the 1,000 foot level. And this is some language we use in our community just to simplify and to have a respectful conversation about at what level are we talking about things. So at the 100,000 foot level, we're talking about the concept, the broad abstract goal that we're going after. At the 10,000 foot level, we want to get into practices and behaviors. We want a behavioral definition of what this is. Often I find in education, people are often using the same term. There's something in the zeitgeist. We're often using terms that we might have picked up from certain educational researchers or on Twitter. But the thing is, we pick up these terms because they're compelling, but we often don't have a chance to actually work out, but what does that mean in practice? What would that goal look like if we were to implement it? Who would be doing what? Well, the last level is to say it's one thing to talk about what practices or behaviors we'd need to see more of, but then getting right down into real world examples. Now, I've got to be clear, I'm not asking you to prescribe to anyone. I'm not saying do this Precision Canvas and then tell everyone to do exactly what you say at 1,000 feet. No, I actually just want to check, to be honest, whether you and your team, and me when I'm working with teams, can even describe with precision what this looks like. And I hope you can start to see the power of this conversation. Over 15 to 20 minutes, you can move concept, behavior, example, and then come back. Example, behavior, concept. And bit by bit, you can make sure that all the people in your team are getting really aligned around this. And then you can check, is this something we really want to pursue? And if one of the members of our team, an educator, said respectfully, look, this sounds really interesting, but what does this look like in practice? You'd actually have an answer to it. A clear view about this concept in the real world. Well, why does this matter? Well, firstly, I think it's going to give you a lot more confidence in leading your improvement work with your team and your organization. Number two, if you've ever faced some resistance, you might actually find find that you face resistance in your improvement efforts, not because people aren't open to change, but as Dan and Chip Heath say in their great book, Switch, what looks like resistance is often just a lack of clarity. And so what we need to do is to make sure that we've got ways to clearly describe these things that we're asking people to engage in. As the philosopher John Searle said, if you can't say it clearly, you may not actually understand it yourself. So why don't you try out the Precision Canvas? You've got a copy either probably below me here or somewhere nearby that you can download. Grab that, have it on your desk, and find 15 minutes where you could take one of your key concepts, whatever it is you're really driving forward as a team or across your organization, and check whether or not you can go all the way to the bottom. If you can't, draw in some other actors, draw in some practitioners to help you flesh that out so that you can have the confidence of being able to describe your change idea across those 3 levels of concept, behavior, and example. Hey, if you get a chance, let me know how you go trying out the Precision Canvas. I'd love to hear about the concepts that you're thinking through and how you're actually finding this canvas as a way of getting precision in your improvement ideas. Talk to you soon.